Hey guys, so today I have my little list of what I've learned after a year of Project Pan. I proudly am telling you guys that I have done an entire year of project panning. In 2017, I finished up quite a bit and I am very excited to have done it. I'm proud to have stuck with it because it's difficult to do something for a year straight. Especially when it comes to a makeup hoarder like myself and using up products, but I feel really good about it. And I've learned a couple of things, noted a couple of patterns that transpired within the last year, and I'll tell you what they are for me, and I'm sure they're different for all people because we all do makeup in a different way. We have different makeup needs, skin needs. Some of us don't even care and do makeup, but I do pretty much daily. And number one on my short list of things that I've discovered about myself and my makeup using habits throughout this year is powders are always the fastest to use up. Really, I feel like cream products take much longer for me to use up. They are usually quite pigmented and blendable, and it takes me very little to have an impact that I want. Powders, when I tend to choose powders, they're either nice and soft and blendable, so more is being picked up by the brush, or they are a really light powder. If it's a colored powder product, then it's probably lightly pigmented because, as you can see, I have fair skin, so very brightly pigmented products with heavy pigmentation don't really work very well on very fair skin. I would suggest you go for something a little bit more diluted in pigment if you're like myself and you're quite fair skinned. So powders go faster than creams for sure, even though I have dry skin. Number two is I don't mind using the same products over and over again. I really like it, but the only condition for that is if I really love the product. And I've decided this right away when I just started this project. I've decided that I'm not at all going to keep around products that I don't like. Stuff that is just not making it in terms of quality, in terms of enjoyment. You know, I have only one face and I want to only be putting on my face what I really love. And that's been working out really great. And this is what enabled me really to stick with my project pan because, you know, I've watched tons of project pans and people are just like, oh, I don't really like this, but I keep using it until it's done and I hate it. And like they just develop these strong emotions towards freaking makeup products that like a makeup product should not elicit. Anyway, so to me, I decided right away in my project pan that I'm just going to get rid of products that aren't up to snuff. And I've been doing that and I'm very happy with that decision. And I will continue doing that same thing in 2018. If something's not cutting it, it's not staying. My project pan is the best of the best and I'm not going to invest my time, wasting my time trying to use up products that I don't actually like. Next one. Foundations for me take a really long time to use. I know people fly through foundations. I know a lot of people really love foundations and have huge stashes of foundations, and I've discovered that for me that's not viable. I'm just going to be tossing them. The problem is that I have, it's not a problem, it's actually a really lovely thing. I invest a lot of time, effort, and money into my skincare, and my skin is in generally very good condition. So I don't actually require a ton of coverage, meaning that if I'm using a product, like a base product, I'm probably not using it absolutely everywhere in the face, and if I am, it's a very thin layer. So amount-wise, I really use very little base. I prefer to just spot conceal if I need to conceal somewhere, and the foundation itself is really not always necessary, in fact. So for me, foundations are not actually one of my like super core products that I always have to have because I can do very well without it, just with a concealer. But that also means that I'm slow to use up foundations, and I've discovered that it's difficult for me to use up foundations. It takes me months to get through them. So in the future, I'll be purchasing far fewer. Next, in terms of lipsticks, I've been very slow to use up lip products this past year, but I've developed a new obsession. That new obsession is bright or dark or like bold lips of some sort. I've really been enjoying accenting my lips instead of my eyes, and it's been really fun, and I feel like it looks nice on me. So if you just like look through my thumbnails over the past maybe month or two, I've been increasing increasingly wearing a bright lipstick more frequently. So I think this lipstick thing is probably going to change just because of that. I've been more into lipsticks. Usually I would just put on a lipstick and then throughout the day refresh with a lip balm. So I would be going through a good amount of lip balms, but I wouldn't really reapply lipsticks. But I feel like if you're wearing a bright color and that's the focal point of your look, then you kind of have to keep up the lipstick look. So I'm probably going to go ahead and maintain it a little bit more in terms of lipstick application. Long wearing lipsticks are fine, but they do tend to dry my lips out, so I don't usually reach for them, especially in the winter. But I've been into red lips, into bright lips, into dark lips, so I suspect that is going to probably change in 2018 if my obsession with these bright, bold statement lips is going to continue. Tell me, what did you, if you ever did Project Pan, did you learn anything other than what I have mentioned? And if so, what did you learn? What were your sort of revelations? Did you see any patterns in your makeup use that you found curious? I feel like probably all of us who attempt that sort of thing will have certain patterns that are just odd or that we didn't really realize before. Like for instance, I didn't realize that I use so little foundation, but a relatively large amount of powder, and I was a little shocked at that because I have dry skin, so in my mind I was probably not powdering a whole lot, but I love illuminating powders, so I was using them all the time. So let me know if you have any such little tidbits of info, and I hope you have a good day. See you guys later. Bye bye.